Ramble.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's episode.
Tucci.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Guilty Pleasures. Welcome back to Tucci Month.
Hey,
Welcome
Tucci
to the
Tucci.
Hunger Games episode. What is up, Tucci gang? Hello, Tucci people
gang.
of the world. Today we are joined by a very special guest,
Yay.
Becky Habersberger,
What up, what up?
Rebecca.
Hey.
Oh my God, your name is Rebecca?
It is.
Yeah. What do
I
you
know.
think Becky is short for?
Isn't that crazy?
You thought that was her whole name?
I don't know what I thought Becky was. Yes.
Yeah.
But I did think Rebecca, people went by Becca.
Some people do.
Some people call you Becca?
Yeah.
No,
Never.
not me. There's a
When
big
did you decide
divide.
it was
She's a
Becky?
Becky or a Bex?
I
Bex,
feel like
yeah.
once you turn 50, you turn into a Becca.
I know some baby Beccas.
Yeah?
Are they bitchy? I feel like Beccas are kind of, they have that
Why did you
reputation.
go
Oh, is that
Becky
it?
instead of
Absolutely,
Becca?
they were.
I don't know. That's what my parents called me. No one
Oh.
ever calls me a Rebecca.
Does anybody
Interesting.
call you Beckles?
Aw.
No Beckles.
Beck Schmack.
I get Beck Schmack. Beck.
Beck
Maggie
Lil
calls
Beck.
me Beck Beck.
Young Beck?
Young Beck.
Young Beck.
A lot of people call me Beck Smack because of my Instagram name.
Okay. Wow. I have to refocus. That
Yeah.
was so jarring. That was jarring information.
Becky Ray.
Oh, wow.
I like
The Southern Chop.
I like Beckles.
Becky Ray.
I like
Becky,
Beckles.
we are thrilled to have you here to talk about the Jennifer Lawrence Stanley Tucci classic,
Wow.
The Hunger Games. We're
Wow.
talking about one, Catching Fire, right? Or is that the sequel?
That's a
I
secret.
think that's a
sequel.
sequel.
Never mind. We're talking about The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
You're a little bit of a hunger head.
I'm a hunger hat.
You hungerhead.
Garrick and I found out we were both fans of the
Hungerheads.
book.
Fans of the
Oh.
books.
Let's
Love
do
the-
a big old pause. Yeah, audience. Garrick Bernard is a hunger head.
Garrick Bernard reads. Yes, he does. No. Yeah, I loved the books. I said this earlier, but I got all three and read all three of them in a weekend.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're quick. And every chapter ends on a cliffhanger.
It
Yes.
does.
Makes you want to
It
keep
makes you
reading.
wanna
I
keep reading.
joined the books late, and so I was glad that I had them back to back to back. Because
Yeah.
was there a time where only one was out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Was there a time when only one was out?
Like, did they release them as a trilogy
No.
or a singular release?
no.
Has that ever
Singularly.
happened?
Yeah.
No.
Internet commenters, leave it below. Tell
No,
me I'm
you
not
think people are
crazy.
binging books? No, they put them out as a
First
series.
of all, what's happened to us as a society?
Yeah.
Remember when we used to binge books?
No. Oh my
We
god.
need to binge more books, Tucci gang.
Hashtag binge more books.
Thank you.
I love when they released the last three Twilight books together at the same
Yeah.
time, and I could really dive in.
Yeah.
Did they do that?
No!
Yeah.
No!
absolutely.
No book has ever done that!
None.
No!
None.
Move on.
None.
Move
I
on.
can't.
Not a single one.
Guys, we're in the middle.
You've written a book. Why are you so confused about
Mine is nonfiction.
The behind the scenes of books.
Leave me alone. Tucci gang.
Tucci gang.
Go
Tucci
back
gang.
to Tucci gang.
As a reminder, we are in the middle
Yes.
of Tucci Month, which is our attempt to catch up in subscribers. Becky, her show, You Can Sit With Us.
Yeah.
They've got their own YouTube channel.
Yeah, they do.
We've got our own YouTube channel. If you're listening on YouTube, give us a little subby sub.
Give
and
us
then
a
go
sub.
on
How
over.
far are we? We never knew we had a chance.
We didn't
but-
know. I did not know about
Rainie,
this
can we
challenge
get a
till it was
check-in?
announced. Yeah, let's
Can we get a subscriber check-in?
You don't have to do that. We can do that after.
Let us know how much you can sit with us.
yeah.
I don't want to say there's clear front runners.
I would
but-
agree. I've been on the podcast. It's great.
It's a good show.
Yeah. But subscribe here.
Yeah, subscribe here too.
But,
That's okay.
but
That's
while you're
subscribe.
here, hey, and maybe we're having Becky to try and siphon some of you. Maybe,
Yeah, we are.
maybe.
We're absolutely
A
doing that.
pawn
gang.
in our chess game.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, before we dive in, I want to hear more about the Hunger Games, but very important Tooch update.
Oh yeah.
Tooch.
Each week, we're going to be giving you a little update on the man, the myth, the legend.
We are?
Tucci.
The man, the myth.
It was too much tooch for Garrick
tooch.
to handle.
Oh God, the man, the myth, the tooch.
Tooch.
The myth is fucking me up right now.
Are you high?
No,
You drunk?
no.
You tired?
You drunk on Tooch?
Drunk on tooch.
Whoa.
The Tooch had a birthday. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Mr. Tucci. And
That's why I thought we were doing this.
No.
Is it because this was his birthday month?
pure coincidence.
Oh, wow.
Love
we announced it, and then Maggie was like, "Do you know it was his birthday?" I'm like, "Yeah, obviously."
I'm still
was
reeling
that?
that he's a straight man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a widower, I think.
Oh no.
R.I.P.
Somebody hurt.
Well,
Wait,
not
he
on
was-
purpose. Google
By
it so that I'm
dying?
not lying.
Yes.
Google it so I'm not lying. But
Tooch
I'm
has
pretty
been
sure.
through it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was a widower.
Someone hurt him by dying.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Take that out.
But now
That's
he's a
too sad.
Pellegrino
She
partner.
did die.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
seen some things.
Wait, but I think he got remarried.
Yeah. He's remarried. He's
He was
remarried.
with Kate Tucci, and now he's
Yeah.
with Felicity Blunt,
Yeah.
which we know from last week.
So the Tucci had a birthday, and he celebrated. Did you see this?
Yes.
Did you? You
Someone
know
sent
what I'm
it to
talking
me
about?
on Twitter.
Yeah.
He celebrated not with a cake,
Nope.
Yep.
but with a wheel of cheese
On
with a
set.
candle on it.
Yep.
It is incredible.
No
It
carbs.
is so Tucci.
That is the most Italian thing that
Yes.
anybody could do.
Yes.
Other than putting a candle in just dough. A wheel of cheese would probably be.
Yeah.
So Becky, you loved these books. You loved the
Love.
movies. I know we're only talking about the first one today, but I know that you maybe got dressed up one time for.
Many times.
Many
I got
times.
dressed up as Katniss many times. I worked
Oh,
at a movie
yes.
theater.
Hot.
I worked at AMC movie theater.
Oh,
You
wow.
you worked at the A-list theater?
Yeah, it was before they had A-list. It was just like a
Wow.
$12 a year thing that you could get bigger popcorns. is
If
what we
anyone
had
wants
to
to add me
push.
as their entourage, let me know.
Would love that.
Lit. But we would dress up when the movies got released. It
Oh,
Wow.
that's fun. I
Yeah,
like that.
I love that.
was super fun. Learned how to braid.
Oh.
Thanks, Katniss.
Thanks, Katniss. Every little girl learned how to do a side braid that
Yep.
way and pick up archery.
Well, if you haven't seen The Hunger Games, don't worry. We got you covered. I'm going to give a little synopsis. You thought the presidential fitness test was bad. Try living in District 12. The Hunger Games is a dystopian future where each year 2 children are sent to fight to the death. Katniss Everdeen, she volunteers as tribute, and she's gonna try and not die. This is The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games.
There's so much
just wanna-
more than that.
I just
but-
want to start by saying that if Bong Joon-ho did this movie,
Oh my God.
it would have been fucking incredible. oh
It
my
would have
God.
been
was
so good.
It was.
I mean,
I
it is
do.
good.
I do. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
really think that this is a good representation of what like the books were and all that stuff. And I think it's a pretty honest adaptation of it. But yeah, with anything there's flaws.
Yeah.
We could start with some pleasures. I'll throw one out again because I feel like in this show we always weirdly gloss over the star. Jennifer Lawrence is
Jennifer
wonderful.
Lawrence.
Jennifer
She's
Lawrence.
fucking fantastic. I don't
So
know
good.
why we fell out of love with her, but I
She
think
went
that
quiet.
Yeah.
She had a
Yeah.
baby.
Oh,
and
good
like
for her.
she got married and like went quiet for a minute because she said she was getting sick of herself.
Oh no.
It was
Yeah.
like too many franchises.
She
removed
X-Men.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Right.
Too many
It's too
franchises,
much.
and also like she was everyone's like favorite clumsy. Oh, she's just like me.
Yeah,
like she
she's
tripped
like
on
That
the red
girl
carpet.
graduated.
Yeah.
Society stopped liking those girls. They
Yeah.
liked like political women. So she went, I'm going to do politics from the side,
Yeah.
little gun violence control stuff, but I'm environmental stuff, but I'm going to take clumsy girl to bed for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my theory is with all of those girls who are so vulnerable, eventually your vulnerability is going to come back to bite you.
Oh.
You're going to keep on talking until you say something that somebody doesn't like, and then they're all going to attack you because of negativity bias.
Can confirm.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, so
Just
sorry.
won't stop talking.
Yes.
Me.
But out the gate, is this her first role?
No.
No.
What was she in before this?
She got an Oscar nomination
yeah.
for Winter's
Before this?
Bone.
Winter's
Yes,
Bone.
Winter's
She
Bone.
was a baby.
Oh, I got my years.
She was also
mixed
in
up.
Bill Lawrence, that show,
Oh, yeah. She was in the
father-daughter show.
Oh man, I'm bad at
not
my
Bill
job.
Engvall or
Ingvall,
It's like right.
yeah.
Ingvall. Yeah, the
Ingvall show?
Bill Engvall.
What is that show called?
I don't know. He's like a country person.
How I
like-
Met Your...
Well, one of
Probably
the
like
best
something.
third roles I've ever seen.
This was her breakout
This is her breakout
franchise
series,
100%.
superhero moment.
100%.
And
Yeah.
she's got just like she's got a power. She's got this like
Confidant.
quiet. What I love too is okay, so there's the classic idea in screenwriting of save the cat, right? You have your main character. It's a book. It's kind of a talked down as like a hacky screenwriting thing, but it works. Is you have your main character be nice to literally save a cat from a tree, and then as an audience we go, oh, I like them. And so it opens the movie, you see her being really gentle with this with her little sister, and you go, oh, I like her. But then she walks by a cat and it hisses and she goes, I'll cook you later. And it's like the anti-save the cat, it's kill the cat. And I'm like, oh, because like from the beginning she's got an edge to her.
Oh yeah, she hunts, baby. She's got a bow. She ain't afraid to kill a fucking deer, but she has to kill a bird because Liam Hemsworth fucks it up. But
he was kind of right. Like, what was she going to do? Carry the deer back? She wasn't even supposed to be hunting.
No, she doesn't want to wear a dress. Her mom makes her take a bath. It's like she doesn't want to.
Wants to be a dirty, grungy girl.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was like a Silver Lake babe before they were cool.
As someone who dressed up as Katniss, what does she mean to you?
Yeah. My angel. Well, I love Jennifer Lawrence and Katniss all together. I don't know. Katniss is just so unlikable. Like immediately in the books, you're like, you have been through some shit. Like
really?
She is not finding the silver lining in anything. No. She's like, this world sucks. I hate everything. I'm never having children. I don't want to do this. I'm never gonna fall in love. Yeah.
It's me, my sister, and no one else.
And that's it.
Against the world.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck
interesting.
my mom.
I don't really get that. I think they toned that down in the movie.
Oh, big time.
100%.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
The mom kind of like fell apart when the dad died.
Yeah.
There was like that whole scene of her like yelling at her.
I've only seen the first movie, by the way.
Really?
I've never
You've
seen
never seen all of them?
No.
You don't know how it ends?
What?
No, so is the dad not dead? I didn't know that. That's a huge, like, oh my God, I had no idea. We see him blow up.
Garrick and I are looking at her like, he's dead, Kelsey.
Okay.
He's
I'm
definitely
like, what?
dead.
That's
because the mom was
I know.
straight up broken.
Yeah, that was like the whole
Definitely
thing.
dead.
Is that
No, he's
she
super dead.
became like the matriarch of the family.
Yes,
and
yeah.
was like super mad at her mom.
Yeah. Which
Wow,
also
you
that
fully fucked
intro.
with me.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? You didn't know I hadn't seen it.
Right at me. And I also wanted the viewers to think there was potential for him to show up in the second one.
Would have been a terrible twist.
It's just like
He was underground.
Yeah,
He's never
no,
dead.
he's not.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a miner. He died in mining.
Yeah.
It was the coldest scene is okay, after Katniss has been chosen for the Hunger Games.
She volunteered.
Volunteer. So sorry.
Very different.
Volunteer.
So sorry.
I volunteer. It's tribute.
Her mom goes in to check in on her, and she's like, "Don't cry, get it together." And I'm like, "Oh,
You cannot fall apart this time. You have to be there for her.
Yeah.
What a crazy
That shit was. I mean, but that's the reality, and I'm glad that was left in. That's like the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
We don't have the luxury of falling apart anymore. We don't have the luxury of like crying and all of that shit. And it's like get it together. We live in a dystopian life.
I do love the aesthetic though as well, because you enter the movie, it's gray, it's dirty, she's hunting, but then you see her go under this giant electric fence. So you have this.
It sounded like you said vagina.
I'm sorry. Did anyone else hear me say vagina?
No, I did not hear it.
I could hear it a little bit. Rainie's going to play it back.
You heard me say vagina fence?
Vagina electric fence.
Giant electric fence.
Okay, move on. Ignore me this episode.
Okay,
You wrote a book.
It's full of typos, guys. Full of typos.
All right, anyway, as I was saying, she goes under the vagina fence, and but you see like, oh, there's technology here, and then she's hunting with this, homemade bow and arrow, and then this like giant spaceship goes over her. So I just love that mixing of aesthetics.
Right.
Sorry to bring in another movie like I always do, but like in Dune, where it's just like when things are gigantic and weirdly fantastical, it's so strangely grounded. And I think that's like a lighting effect that they do or something, or I'm not sure.
It's very regular.
Yeah, it
Like
seems
they
very
ground
regular.
it in so much reality.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like this super
It's not
grandiose
fantastical. It's not sci-fi.
No,
It's just like
it's like almost anti-sci-fi.
Mhm.
Like we're not really looking up to the stars anymore.
No.
We kind of see spaceships as oppressive at this point.
ooh, damn deep.
Well, actually,
Spaceships are
the
oppressive.
very first scene of the movie is the Tooch.
Oh,
It has
Becky!
one of the best
Yeah.
transitions into like, this movie is not fun with Primrose Everdene's fucking scream.
Yeah.
It's literally like they're talking about like, what are you going to do to make the game different with the game maker? And oh yeah, that's going to be fun. And then you cut and it's just and you're like,
Tooch in this
Where
movie?
are we?
Really
Are we
unnerving.
here? Are we here? Do
I
we
think
go to
we
Tooch?
are.
We pivoting to Tooch?
Once you say it, once you pop the Tooch, the fun don't
Don't
stop.
The gooch.
First frame of the film.
This
Stanley Tucci, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Man.
10 out of 10.
The tannest man.
Super
Is it
tan.
just me or does he look 20 years younger?
Oh,
He looks
not a
so
day over
fresh.
40.
So fresh, purpley hair, iconic. Again, playing a gay man, 100%.
Yep.
I refuse to believe he is not gay.
What is his name in it?
Caesar
Milan.
Flickerman?
These are.
I was going to say
Flicker?
Chester
Flickerman?
top and bottom.
No, it's definitely Caesar. It's Caesar something.
Caesar.
Flickerman,
He
Flicker.
is so wonderfully insufferable.
Oh, love it.
Society's media
He's
man.
so good.
Love it.
What's the
there was
equivalent of
a-
him in society today?
Like if Ryan
Juliana
Seacrest,
Rancic.
I don't know.
Andy Cohen.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Me and Andy Cohen.
Becky wins.
That's
what
That's
Becky
why
said.
her podcast has 20K more subscribers.
Yeah, she's got it. She's got it. There was a scene in the book where they come in to seeing like the people in the Capitol and they are eating a bunch and then they're taking a pill that makes them throw up so that they can eat more.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
So like that type of shit,
You're
you're
just
like
like-
watching the movie and you're like, oh fuck yeah, I already know what type of
Yeah.
fucks these are.
Yeah.
He has the biggest shit-eating grin.
Oh my
the
god.
teeth.
entire
fake
film.
The fucking fake
veneers of
veneers.
the ass.
The chickled teeth.
Chiclet?
Oh my god, chiclets.
Chiclets.
Yeah.
Chiclets.
Incapable of not smiling. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. There's been times in my life where I felt stuck in my career, my social life, when I was dating, and certainly in my health, just being demoralized and frankly giving up. And when you feel stuck, you may wish you had a user manual to give you the exact answers to move forward. We don't have that, and you don't need that. Therapy is the next best thing to a user manual, as it can answer a lot of questions you have about yourself. I know for me, getting a hold of my mental health was the first step in tackling my physical health. Plus, I love how you can do it from anywhere you are. On your lunch break, going for a walk, hey, even when you're on vacation. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed therapists and is available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It could not be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/guiltypleasures. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/guiltypleasures. I will say one thing that I clocked immediately. So he's the host. He's also the announcer of the Hunger Games, which I guess we should talk about more. But
Yeah. This
Stanley
is
Tucci.
ESPN.
Yeah.
Which is so funny.
it's like
Anyway.
if ESPN was like Rococo and gay.
Yeah.
But Stanley Tucci, incredible actor, clearly has never watched sports in his life.
No.
As an announcer, could not be further from what a play-by-play announcer is.
Yes.
But is he going for play-by-play? Is he going for play-by-play or reunion? Reunion episode.
I think he's
Reunion
going.
He's telling a
special.
story.
Reunion
Yeah.
special. I think it's that. I think it's more. He's more on the story of the games rather than what's actually happening.
Yeah,
which
he's like
would have
behind
been
the scenes.
yeah,
like
which would have been great if he had
Hard
a
Knocks.
co-star or
Anchor.
co-anchor, co-announcer.
He did, but they weren't. They were
No,
nothing.
they
Was
weren't.
it Toby
Yeah.
Jones? Maybe.
Oh,
He's
you're
a
right. He
character.
was
Hilarious.
in a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
kind of like there.
Yeah.
But he plays, and I remember in the books, and tell me if I'm wrong, but like he plays the. It doesn't matter if we're killing children. I don't care if there's a scandal. Who cares if the head of the Hunger Games is now dead? We are smiling through it. We're not letting the public see anything but perfection. He's very villainous in that way.
The Hunger Games as an institution. So we are to understand that there was this uprising, right? And now, as a punishment, each year they're gonna sacrifice 2 children to fight to the death.
Yeah.
And people
From
love
each
it.
district. So it's
as a
24.
way to atone for the
Their
uprisings.
sins.
Yeah, make sure that they don't do it again.
Yeah.
But we understand that in this universe, this is the biggest TV event of the year.
Yeah.
Every
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Because it's almost like the purge. It's the only time you get to see murder be legalized. So it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, there are so many things based off of that. Like even like Death Race. If
Oh, yeah.
anybody,
Oh yeah, the car.
the car stuff.
I feel like if they wanted realism, it should have been sponsored by a brand.
It should have been sponsored by like Coca-Cola or something.
Yeah, I like
Wait,
it.
That's true.
So if you guys got picked from your district,
Ooh.
how far are we getting in the
Oh,
Hunger
I'm
Games?
dying midway through. As soon as I
way.
saw that you had to survive in the wilderness, it's like, all right, I don't think I
So you'd
could
be
do
okay
that.
on strength,
I'd be okay on running away.
but you're getting bit by bees.
I'm getting bit by bees.
Yeah, what
And
about
the-
you, Kelsey?
What are they called?
Tracker
murder-
jackers.
Tracker jackers.
Tracker jacker.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Horrible.
like I'm the social one. I'm like doing a little bit of PETA's game, but I die by yeast infection. Something completely unrelated
Yeah.
to the games.
They're
This
like
is
begging the sponsors for
Yes,
Monistat.
I'm like, someone send me some Vagisil in one of those little umbrella floaty parachutes. And they're like, what? This has never happened before. Her pussy is killing
Oh
us.
my god.
I'm fighting for the knife. I'm like, somebody just cut it off.
Wait, can you die of yeast infection?
We'll
no,
find
I
out.
We'll
almost
find out,
died of
right?
a UTI once.
like, yeah, you
Everyone
can
knows
die
that
of a
story.
UTI.
Yeah. Wait, if like a yeast infection gets too bad, does it
You
just
turn
like
into bread.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna guess. It's just
You
like
birth a
bread,
loaf
How
just
do you
like
think you
bread.
get sourdough?
oh,
It's
duh.
women who have
It's
died.
women who
So
have died.
actually,
Yeah.
I would
Yeast
be
infection.
providing food
Yeah.
for myself.
Okay, which
All
is
right.
fair.
So I'd survive. Yeah,
not
but
for
I'm
yourself,
no.
for your
You would make
compatriots.
pita bread.
Yeah.
Ah!
No, I'm not lasting though. I think I'm lasting longer than Garrick.
Okay.
Wow.
Definitely lasting longer than Zach.
I would trip and fall
Yes.
running
Zach is dead.
running
Yes.
away from the cornucopia and
Yeah.
like
Yes.
impale myself on
Yeah.
a
I think
spear.
like,
I'm
the
not
idea-
lasting as long as Becky though. Becky's like killing me with a knife.
Well, I think I would be like the fox girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was her name in the
Yeah.
book. Was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Fox
the Fox
Girl.
girl.
The one who's
I think they call
running.
her
The
Fox
fox
Eye.
face
Yeah,
girl.
she has a fox
Yeah.
face. Or fox face. That's
Then
it.
Yeah,
it wasn't
it's
she the
Fox
knife
Face, yeah.
girl or the redhead?
She's the
She's
one
the
that
redhead
kept
that died
stealing.
from
East
the
Berry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
she
you
kept
guys,
stealing
you guys
everybody's
saying
stuff.
fox face like that means something to anybody. What are you trying to-
That's
and-
what her name was in the
By the
book.
way, I
Yeah.
did know who you were talking about because I'm like, well, there was a redhead. I guess you
Yeah.
could call her the fox
Yeah.
girl.
She was the one that was always like stealing stuff from people.
Yeah. And she bumps into Katniss like right at the beginning. Like that's what I think I do. I'd bump in and be like, I'm not ready
Is
to
that
kill
how we're doing
anyone.
this?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
run away.
I do think I don't know if we're there yet, like in the grand podcast conversation, but I do think we need to talk about how special the cornucopia episode part of
Let's
the
talk about it.
movie was.
Is that the ending or
No, the beginning.
The beginning.
Oh, sure.
That's
Oh my
where our
god.
stuff
I
is
think
the
that is
cornucopia.
one of the most tense moments in cinema.
And the way they took
Like,
out the
I'm-
fucking
the music,
sound.
there's no sound at all, and you're just because you're like
Blindingly bright.
Yeah.
blindingly bright. You're in her POV for the, I mean, kind of, or just like close on her face.
Sure.
And the whole time leading up to this moment, you're thinking they're not going to actually show kids getting killed.
Oh,
are
they do.
And then you go up,
Mm-hmm.
you get to the cornucopia, and you're just watching these kids get fucking slaughtered.
Yeah.
It's
Like
neck
neck
snaps.
Neck
Yes.
cracks, like all kinds of stuff, like little
Like
baby
hacked.
boys and girls, and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And you're like, oh, this is
real.
a movie.
This is
I
a
was
fuck.
not
This is a fuck. This is.
prepared
It
for.
turns into a horror movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
From, and that's why I brought up Bong Joon-ho, because like I think Parasite did the same thing, but like literally at the exact midpoint,
Yeah.
horror movie from then
Oh
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it was directed by Gary Ross, and who directed Pleasantville, which fucking rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seabiscuit. He's written a
Yeah,
lot.
no,
So he
he's
loves
done.
Tobey Maguire.
He's
Yeah,
done some
right.
shit.
He wrote Big as well. I mean, he's got
Yeah.
he's got a bigger
He's
career as a
hitters.
screenwriter, but I definitely clocked watching it this time. I'm like, oh, this is a well-made
This is a
movie.
well-made
It's-
movie.
Yeah.
Like even the way that they introduce color throughout the film, it's
Yeah.
obviously a very desaturated, gray,
Yeah.
disgusting world. You have what's her name coming in the pink outfit.
Effie.
Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks, thank
Yeah.
you. And like you're like, okay, clearly there's a difference, right? But
It's
then
just-
they enter the train and you go, okay, like a lesser director would have it explode with color. They're rich. No.
Right.
He has like just this nice royal blue in the
Muted.
background. So you're starting to
Yeah.
bring color in, and then you see these close-ups of food. And I just was,
Yeah.
for whatever
The
reason, I was
capital
really
is the only
It's
one.
the only one with, like,
for
full
color.
color.
Cornucopia. The graphics, though, for as well as everything was done, I mean, everything was done so well to me, except for, and I am sorry to bring up the first guilt, that fire. That fire chariot, the fire dress.
Okay.
It was the early
You
aughts.
guys,
Yeah.
how
Okay.
dare you
Speak ill of
We're
Lenny
making
Kravitz's creation.
Yeah, come
monsters.
on.
We're making scary smoke. We're making tracker trackers. You couldn't is fire very hard to make graphically, cinematically, graphically?
I want to say,
I think they could have done that for real.
yeah,
that's true.
if Jennifer Lawrence was more committed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Josh
I said-
Hutcherson, he was there. Don't
I
put it
said
all
it.
on her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amen.
I heard he wanted
Josh
to be a real
Hutchie.
fighter. Regardless of what it looked like, I think that shit is corny as hell. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care what is in the book.
It sounded
Why
cooler in the book.
It is so silly. It is the silliest details. Like, we're going to make you stand out. This girl is on fire.
Okay, well, if we're going to talk about
That's-
the outfit, we have to talk about our boy Lenny Kravitz
Cinna.
as Cinna.
Cinna.
Effortlessly cool.
So
Of course,
hot.
the only black man to be like, hey, this is fucked up. Something's very wrong here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry for this, but I'm going to make you look cool as hell.
Yeah.
Which helps her, gets her points, gets her sponsors.
There's a point later on where he's like, you have to make people like you. And she's like, I can't do that. And he's like, you won me over. And I'm like, did she?
No, you just
Pretty-
liked her. I think
Pretty
she's
sure from the
cool.
first frame,
Yeah.
you're just an angel.
He was
Yeah.
already a part of the resistance.
You're just
like,
sick.
spoiler
Yeah.
alert. He
Yeah.
was doing things already
Didn't know that.
as part of a resistance.
Oh,
movement.
never mind.
Have you guys seen the photo of Lenny Kravitz?
the
First of
scarf?
all, no.
Oh.
Okay, first of all, I think he's like one of the most beautiful men in the world.
Yeah, he's stunning.
Like just so
Really?
like if you like hot is Lenny Kravitz, but have you seen the photo of him performing where his pants rip open?
Where his pants were what?
Oh my god.
What did he say?
He was
Where his pants were what?
rip
They
open.
rip open.
He's
And his dick is out?
He's performing a
I saw it.
concert.
I saw
and
it.
he's wearing these tight leather pants with it. Like I think he's holding a guitar, and he's like, wah! And his pants just whoosh, rip open, and his dick is full out, and he's wearing
Soft.
apologies, a cock ring while performing, and it is
You know why?
the funniest dick I've ever seen.
You know why?
It
You know
is
why
so-
you wear a cock ring?
While you perform? Tell me why, Kelsey.
I learned this very recently. I was at a bachelorette party. We were surprised with a stripper, a male stripper, who was pretending to be a bartender for many hours.
That's
so when
fun.
he took off all of his clothes, it truly fucking shocked us.
Oh
We
my
were
God.
not prepared. The bride, devastated, didn't
Talk
want
about
strippers, was like, get away from me. So the guy was like, who actually wants one? And you know your girl was like, come on, Mama, give me the time. I'm feeling his hand. I'm feeling his body. He puts his hand around his dick. And I'm like, oh, ha ha, he, his dick's so big. Like, there's no way. Like, this man, he wore a sock to a bachelorette party. And then he takes my hand and opens up his underwears. And his penis was real. And there's a video of me going, his dick is real, like shouting it out because none of us thought his dick was real. But here's the rub, no pun intended. You put a cock ring around your dick and your balls,
and the balls.
makes your cock huge.
No kidding.
So Lenny Kravitz had ball bulging panties on, pants, leather pants.
Oh, so it's just like
It's to make your dick huge. It cuts off circulation and pushes it all to the balls and the head. And he was showing us. So like after he was done stripping, he was like, "Yeah, do you
Give you
want
a
to see?"
lesson.
Like you
He
just
takes it off and he
and
goes,
he takes it off and it just goes away.
Yeah,
It's like
So
a
it's just-
Macy's
it like
balloon.
deflates. I mean, it's not like a balloon, but it deflate. It will go down.
Oh,
I thought it just, I won't say what I thought it did.
I thought it was for sexual arousal.
That's what I.
What do you think how do you think it's for sexual arousal? Because it pumps
Sensitivity?
blood up to your cock, makes it bigger, more pleasurable for you and your friend who's getting dick down.
I have more
Ah.
thoughts.
Some
but I
cock
think we
rings
should
have a
move on.
vibration attached to it.
That's what I
So there's
thought.
vibrating cock
Cock
rings.
ring was.
But most cock rings aren't.
How about that?
Wow.
Well,
And
you
that
come
was
here.
a
You come here for
history.
movie reviews about a children's film. You learn. You stay to learn.
It was PG-13.
There you go.
serious
You're 13 now.
filmmaker.
Time to learn.
Yeah.
Time to
learn
grow
about
up. Kids dying.
sex
Cock
and
rings
cock
are
ring.
real.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the Lenny Kravitz video.
It's so funny. This cast is out of control good,
Right.
and I'm not just talking about the tooch. You've got Woody Harrelson.
Mhm.
You've got
Who's great?
Liam Hemsworth.
Liam Hemsworth.
Josh Hutcherson.
Thank you. Yeah, I've clearly my brain is. I think I'm.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Hutcherson,
Jack
though.
Quaid.
Jack
Baby
Quaid.
Jack Quaid.
Baby Jack.
Our guy.
Our boy.
Baby Jack. And then
Boimler himself.
The
the
realization.
little girl from The Orphan.
You've.
Is that what it is?
That's the one that killed me when I was watching it today. Orphan, the movie Orphan.
Her hair is black.
Yeah.
Yeah, her hair is black in this movie.
Is she the knife thrower?
At the very end, she's like about to kill her, and is like, "Where's your boyfriend?"
She's like, "I watched." She's like, "I killed Rue," and then the guy comes and he's like, "I heard you," and he just kills her by bashing her into the cornucopia.
Hulk smashes her.
Yeah. Elizabeth Banks is in the movie too.
Oh man! Although we got to talk about Effie Trinket.
Effie.
She's great.
That character. It makes me so sad that Elizabeth Banks isn't in more movies as a caricature like that.
Yeah.
She's a fucking writer. She's an executive producer. She is
Director.
making movies all the time. And I'm like, bitch, you were born to play kooky ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was that other one where she's green? The Power Rangers.
Oh, Power
was she
Rangers.
Rita?
Power Rangers.
She's a great kooky
Is she Rita
lady.
in that?
Yeah.
She's
Repulsa.
green.
Yeah.
Repulsa.
Rita Repulsa.
Okay.
The names are funny to me, and I will say that if you have a name like Primrose Everdeen, you deserve to have to fight to the death.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think they're
Didn't they
picking
explain
What about
it?
Peter Millark?
Didn't they
Yeah, if you have a
explain why
bitch ass
the
name
names
like
got
Peter
weird?
Millark,
You gotta die.
you gotta die, or at least fight for it.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
gotta
well,
fight.
since we're there and you just keep bringing it up, we got to talk about PETA.
What about
And I'm looking at
Peter.
Becky because your
What about him? He's really-
opinion is the
he's really
only one that
strong.
I
He
care
could-
about.
He could throw a
Sack of
flower.
flour.
Throw a flower.
I never, ever believed
100%.
Josh Hutcherson was a PETA. And never did I ever
That's not where I thought it was
believe
going.
PETA Millark to be the one for Cat.
That's what I agree with.
Yeah. And that's what
Wait,
the casting kind of says. I
Wait, but
feel
you,
like.
what does that mean? You never thought that Josh was a PETA?
Like, if I could have picked any actor as a PETA Millark, it would not have been Josh Hutcherson.
Who would you pick? Give me some amp.
Yeah, like what's going on through your head?
Court
Is it-
over Street.
Who?
Corridor Street. I feel like PETA was described as being like a little brick.
Yeah,
I mean, Josh
Like, he's
Hutcherson
supposed
is
to
a little.
but I thought he's Josh Hutcherson seems like he's like tiny to
He
me.
is.
Like he's like dainty, whereas like PETA, like his whole thing was that he could like lift 100 pounds. He was like supposed to be
Yeah.
the strongest person
Okay,
ever.
that's fair. So
Like,
he's supposed to just
he's
be like a
supposed to be, like,
strong,
jacked.
tiny boy.
Yeah.
Like, I get that they didn't need, like, Liam Hemsworth, obviously, daddy.
A good Gale.
Yeah.
A good
Like, we
Gale.
wanted them to end up together. And I think people were pretty fucking pissed that they didn't.
Well, yeah, they had to make him a fucking war criminal to make him
Yeah.
not desirable anymore.
Spoiler!
Zach,
Big
it's
spoiler.
2022.
Zach,
Fuck all
it
the way
has
off.
been over a
Fuck all the way
decade.
off.
Over a decade.
All the way
Gonna do
off.
every movie in the franchise eventually. Whoa!
No, we're not.
No, yeah.
Whoa!
But I did not believe him as PETA, and I did not believe PETA and Jennifer Lawrence the entire time.
Their gross ass cave kiss.
You liked it?
No.
You were into it?
Are you sure? It sounds like you did.
Can you first of all,
A stinky.
caves smell?
Yeah.
They're
Awful.
dripping. They're cold. They're wet.
Like a
Don't you do it? They
Like,
what vagina is cold, Kelsey?
mine.
Welcome, boys.
I make bread.
That's what happens when you die of a yeast infection. It just gets mad cold.
Any movie where like you're surviving out in the woods.
Yeah, you're disgusting.
You
So
you
gross.
have VO. You're
Okay, but
you,
here's the
haven't
thing.
brushed your teeth.
I also think that this was like Katniss's first time showering in a while, and so I think that that's just the
See, that's her
general
vibe.
stench of the town
Yeah.
of District 12.
I think that
place
Jennifer
smells.
Lawrence is one of the most beautiful people in the world. If she kissed me in a cave after not brushing her teeth for 20 days, I would be like, yeah, nah.
Also,
nah.
this is
Was
also
it 20 days? Was it? I think they're on like day 4.
No, I think
That's
it was
enough,
a long
Mal.
time.
That's enough.
That is enough.
But also, this was right after he was revealed as a
the
little
rock
log
thing.
boy.
Yeah, that was very funny.
And I
He was
lost
just like,
my
hey.
fucking shit. No,
Little log boy.
Little
Over
painted
here.
Why
log.
can you do that? He says he painted the cakes and cupcakes. Okay, why?
Okay, all right.
Give you
You guys
paper
are
mache.
you guys
the
are all
Johnny
laughing,
cakes.
and you're reminding me of Heidi Klum's worm outfit because that's exactly how he looks.
She paid people
true.
hundreds of thousands of dollars for that worm outfit.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And you want me to believe Peter Millark found the tools in nature to paint himself into a rock boy?
Yes.
It's so
I'm done.
the shot of him laying, be like, hey.
It's
So
I gotta look it up.
It could have
That's
been.
what I'm making your contact photo.
It could have
How
been
dare
that
you.
the sponsor sent him
Yeah,
a paint
True.
chip. But if
Yeah.
PETA, my dear PETA,
Yeah.
if you can free paint that to that quality on yourself without a fucking, I mean, that is hard. If you can do that, you're not throwing flour. Kelsey's showing it to us. It's so
It looks like Voldemort when he
Yeah.
was on the back of that
Yeah.
when he was
much
Professor
wrong.
Quirrell.
Why is this not a fucking meme?
You know what is really memed? That is one of the greatest gifts Peter Malark ever gave us was the Tracker Jacker drugged out scene where he runs to her and he's the only thing in focus and he goes, Carlos, come here. We gotta go. They do it like 3 times and you're like, run. Why are we watching him like just full shake at her and she is like on an acid trip.
Wait. So none of you are Team PETA.
No.
Is that a thing? Is
No.
there a
Dude,
Team PETA?
PETA and
Team
Team
Gale.
Liam, whatever his name was.
Gale.
But
That was as
Are you-
tense as
whoa,
Edward and Jacob.
Yeah.
Are you Team PETA?
Yeah.
Oh, goodbye.
For
Rainie.
sure.
Tell me about it.
Okay, he's
Angel.
sweet. He bakes bread. He gave her the
I can
bread
make
when
bread
she was
with my
hungry.
pussy, Rainie. Do you like me?
Rainie, he threw
I feel
stale
like
bread at her
he
in the
threw
rain.
stale, disgusting, dirty bread into a pigsty.
And then lied to her about falling in love with her
Yeah.
for views and clicks.
Wait, it was a lie?
No,
No.
he
To
was.
begin.
He was
really into her at the beginning. I think
No,
the
he
books
said,
do a better job
Make it
of
look
showing
real.
it.
They'll love it.
No,
He was
he's
doing it
into
for the clout.
No,
He saved her. He saved himself. He was very clever. He was very sweet. He looked, I think he's small in real life, but in the movie he looked bigger, taller.
He did look taller.
And I think
Lawrence's.
Gail, it's like,
5'9", 5'10".
it's just like, ugh. He's like her brother.
Oh, he's just there
Yeah, who
providing
doesn't?
for her
The
family, making
hot-ass
sure
brother.
they don't die.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to, if you're a PETA fan.
I'm glad that you stood up.
Someone needs to.
PETA Nation.
I
But
will
you guys,
say,
you guys keep on saying their names. Like their names aren't Gail and fucking PETA. Like saying Peter with a New England accent. PETA.
PETA.
oh, PETA, I love you so much.
So weird.
PETA Malark.
Yeah, I
PETA
couldn't
Malark.
get over like Lois's accent of
Holy
fucking.
shit. What was Gail's last name? Doesn't matter.
I think it's like Hawthorne or Hawk. It's Hawthorne.
It's something
Maybe it's
cool.
Hawthorne.
Gale
I think
vagina
it's-
fence.
Yeah,
I met PETA Malak down by the dock.
yeah, right.
Katniss Everdeen.
I can't.
I'm
I
gonna go
can't
grab a pint with PETA.
His name was Gail Hawthorne.
There it is.
That's
Nice.
kind of hot. Gail's kind of
Gail's a good name.
See?
for an
war
old
crim-
grandma.
Oh, okay, I was
a
like,
grandma.
I thought you were gonna say a war criminal. I was like, it was one
Yeah,
time.
I mean,
One time.
it happens.
It happens. It was
It
an
happened.
accident.
You
Happens
know,
to the best
you
of us.
You
gotta
didn't know what
move
was
on.
happening. I can't wait till you find out what happens.
You guys are acting like
You
we're not
didn't-
doing every
Didn't
movie
it make
in the
you want to watch
franchise.
the next one?
Yeah.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
so you dig
Yeah,
it.
I do. And
Yeah.
yeah. I also like to stand up for PETA.
Yeah.
I think that he was playing the game intelligently.
Yeah,
well,
because he thought he was gonna die.
Yeah, he was always playing to die.
Yeah.
He was always playing so that Katniss would win. He was
Yeah.
never playing for himself.
Which is also really sweet
yeah.
in a weird way.
Yeah.
Or not in a weird way, in the exact way that it seems.
Remember when his mom was like, "At least we'll have a winner now."
I
Yeah.
wrote that the
Not
most
you.
Not you, because you
savage part
fucking
of
suck.
the entire
dead.
movie
You're,
was
you're dead. You're dead in
I
the
said-
game and dead to me.
the sickest burn in this whole film was when PETA said his mom didn't believe in him so much that she said, the district will finally have a winner. And she wasn't talking about me. Fuck. Dude, what? Your mom? What?
Yeah.
What?
His mom is probably from New England.
PETA. PETA. Yo, loser, PETA. Get a job.
You're
Get a
never
fucking
gonna win
job.
this
Stop
game.
painting the
Get a
fucking
job.
cupcakes, PETA.
You
Yeah,
fucking
de-
suck. You
Protect
just bake
Katniss.
bread.
Yeah, deadbeat like your dad, PETA.
Just like your dad. Where's your dad? Where's your dad, Peter?
Oh, yeah, there was no dad in the movie.
No.
He did have a dad in the book, though.
Your
There was
dad
like-
went to get
It was
cigarettes,
like
PETA.
him and like 4 brothers or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, Peter had like a big
3.
red
Yeah.
family.
But he was the runt of the family, which is also very funny.
We haven't talked about baby Amandla, Lil Rue.
Oh, sweet baby
R.I.P.
Amanda.
She's adorable in this.
Yeah.
so cute.
I do love that after she passed or after she gets killed, It goes back to her district, and then a random guy just throws a chair. He just throws something.
You
He's
think
like,
that was her dad?
oh, no, he's probably your dad.
I
Yeah, of
thought it
course.
was her
I'm
dad.
sorry. I'm
Like,
sorry.
this is the last straw.
But he like started a.
I'm with
Right.
Garrett. I think
But
that
that's
scene.
the catalyst for the whole rest of the series.
Sure.
What do you mean, Garrick? That man started
Sure.
it all.
I think that scene sucks.
Yeah, I
and
think
it's so weird.
It's not in the books.
Katniss.
No, because I think it's trying to
Fast forward.
and like,
Like
foreshadow
foreshadow,
what's
yeah.
gonna happen. But
Rue dies.
It has-
Katniss looks to the camera that she knows where it is, puts 3 fingers up.
she always knows where her camera
Every, everyone knows
They're
what
in the
that
trees,
means,
baby.
apparently. 3
Yeah.
fingers? What does that
Yeah.
fucking mean?
Well,
They
They
did
did
it
it-
when she volunteered.
What does it
to say
mean?
goodbye. It's like
It's solidarity.
It's
Yeah.
the underground, the fucking
The revolution
feminist-
shit?
Yeah, the
All right.
revolution.
So she
we
does
support
that,
you.
and immediately everyone's like, "You're right. Let's fucking go!"
Yeah.
And they just start like pure spontaneous
But my
uprising.
theory wasn't it from the books because Rue was like the youngest to die? Like, wasn't that?
She was the youngest player.
Yeah,
that
ever.
season.
ever.
I thought there was like a reason why it was a bigger deal with Rue.
Well, she was the same age as Primrose, I think, was the reason for her.
Primrose Everdeen.
Primrose Everdeen.
You know who's not in this a lot that I remember being in the books very afraid of was Homeboy, the boss, the president man.
President Snow.
President
Yeah,
Snow was
he
all
wasn't
in
really
that
in
shit.
this.
His
Donald
his flowers
Sutherland.
His-
flowers
Oh,
smelled
yes,
like
flowers.
blood.
Yeah.
Fucking disgusting.
He's
Wait,
giving
that's-
it's giving Donald Trump.
That's in the book.
Putin
Yeah.
is Trump.
Yeah, you can smell him. Like whenever you walk into a room.
And
He's
smells
got
like-
his
He's there, it'll
period.
smell like
smells like
blood
blood.
and
What other
gross.
wacky ass details are in this book?
There's like a. I mean, when she first kills somebody, that's
Yeah.
a very very like long. Like I feel like a couple pages of her
Yeah.
freaking the fuck out
Yeah.
that she just
Yeah.
committed murder.
Is the first person she kills in this movie Jack Quaid? I think,
Yes.
and it's self-defense.
Yes.
They really go out of the way
Rue.
to have her not killed
Kill.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
at all. I mean, she
Yeah.
kills one person, right? 2?
Well, because
Two.
they want
One.
you to think she's
No,
on
the
she
guy
defense.
technically
did.
throws Kato off,
Off.
Yeah.
and then shoots him out of pity.
She doesn't throw him off. She shoots his hand, and then Josh Hutcherson's like, "Hoocha!"
Yeah, but then she
flower.
But then she
shoots
shoots him
when
again.
he's getting by the hounds, which is something that's in the book that's quirky, that is not in the movie.
What?
The little robot, the little computer dogs.
The little
Yeah.
computer
It
dogs.
looks like hippo.
Yeah, so there are these little hellhounds that are in the books, and
That's
they
hippo.
actually have the eyes of all the contestants who have died.
What? How did
Shut
they
up.
get
Yeah.
them?
Yeah.
up.
How'd they get the
They've just,
eyes?
They've just been like mutated.
Yeah, it's the
into
same way they got
these
the like
dogs.
voices of the family, like
Yeah,
the
and
same
the-
way they have a giant arena.
Wait,
for
are they like?
kids to kill
Again,
each
I
other.
just heard vagina arena. Did anyone?
I think that
Play it
you
back.
are thinking of giant vaginas, and so you
Fuck
are
up, pussy,
twisting
I'm
the
a
You're
two.
hearing it. You're
man.
hearing it.
You're
All
twisting
the
Wait.
the two.
time.
So the dogs, which I didn't care for,
Yeah.
they have the faces of people.
Yeah,
Eyes.
Yeah, they have like the
they're like the facial feature.
Yeah.
They don't have
gotta
like
look it up.
faces of people, but if you look into their faces, they
You can
look.
tell.
You can tell that this is
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, that's a
a
PETA
mutation
pit bull.
of somebody that
and
died.
sometimes they stand up.
Yeah, and it's
Walk
very,
like little demon dogs.
it's very
Yeah.
creepy.
It's
Imagine
creepy.
Hippo standing on his hind legs.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
that was
she
like-
sees Rue.
Yeah.
She sees Rue's eyes, and she's like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
you know, it's spooky.
Okay, I think you're all going to disagree because you all read the books and have an affinity for where the series goes. But can I do a Garrick's Zach's one fix?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a pitch. I didn't like the end of this movie.
Okay.
I didn't love it. And because it just becomes very Hollywood at the end. It's like, oh, there are these robot dogs, which like also they keep fucking like cheating against our girl Katniss, which pissed me off. Like they're like throwing fireballs at her, and it's like, leave
Yeah.
her alone. And it's
Well, you
enough.
think they're gonna be fair? Is that-
I just, let the kids fight to the
Yeah,
death.
apparently, like they like at the end, they're trying not to have them wait out each other, so they keep
Blah,
on throwing
blah, blah.
hazards at them.
Which, by the way, pause on my one. If this had come out after Fortnite, oh my god.
Well, this is the reason why it's a thing.
yeah,
What do you mean?
they should have just had the map shrink. like
Fortnite is a battle royale style game, which is what all of this is from, the movie Battle Royale,
Shout out.
Japanese movie, where the island or the playable area gets smaller. And so you're hearing about all these other Battle Royale games like that and Call of Duty Warzone and all that stuff. But that's from, I feel like, the popularity of Battle Royale
And Hunger Games, yeah.
Hunger Games.
Because the second movie, you guys.
Oh.
The clock.
The clock.
The clock.
Good.
When they figured out it was a clock, I was losing my fucking mind. In the
What was it?
TikTok.
Beatty and,
I have no idea.
Beatty and
Stop that.
one.
Yeah.
Whatever the other name was.
We're
Right,
doing
you just-
them all. I don't
We're
know
just-
why you're acting
Yeah,
like
she
we're
just
not.
kept, she just kept saying
wanna
TikTok.
watch it.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
creepy.
It's so good.
We
It's
have
so
we've
good.
got Tucci tunes to tune into.
Is Tucci in the second one? Then we're watching it.
Great.
Okay, so here's my fix, okay? Because it's very like,
Yeah.
at the end, you have them like fighting these dogs, and then there's like this like one blonde super boy who's like, I'm gonna
Kato.
kill you.
Kato,
Oh, I'm gonna
yeah.
in the keto diet.
His
Oh, I'm
name
big
would
and
be Kato.
and it's just like a fight scene. It's like fucking stupid. And then they had that thing where like, just kidding, only one of you can win. Okay, just kidding, both of you can win. And then they're in the Capitol, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Here's what I think should have happened.
Okay.
And this would have totally changed the trajectory of the entire franchise.
Yeah.
Is it should end with a couple of them, or like maybe just 3 of them, but not some like blonde superhuman. It should be like this like desperate
Yeah.
girl, like Fox
Yeah.
Girl, right? And it's like,
You guys have to kill
well,
each
you
other.
have to fucking kill each other. Go Katniss. Because also they like keep shying away from like Katniss doesn't in the movie doesn't have to look death in the eyes and make that choice. Like it's you or me. What are you gonna do? And I want to see Katniss face down that decision. And I want Katniss to be like, no, I'm not gonna kill you, and convince her and be like, I'm not gonna kill you. You don't have to kill me. We don't have to do this. Kind of like what they try and do with her and Peeta, but like really like have this
With
emotional.
people she doesn't know.
The girl,
Yeah.
and the girl's like, she's, and then slowly puts the weapon down, and you have this moment of like deciding like, holy shit, Katniss did it, and then fucking Peeta kills the girl
Yeah.
and goes, I
won this for us.
and then goes, I did it, Katniss.
Yeah.
I won it for us. And then they win. And now you have the, because Peeta from the beginning of this movie is like, I'm playing the game. I'm going to pretend we're in a relationship. You guys said that he was playing not to win. To me, that's not how I saw it. I saw, at least in the movie, Peeta is conniving. He's playing
he's a clout
to,
chaser.
he's a clout chaser. He's playing to win. And now you have her like in this star-crossed lovers relationship with this guy who's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
But
that's
she's
fantastic.
not into him.
I know,
Yeah.
but now she's like,
But she has to
stuck with him.
pretend that he has
Yeah.
it. It's almost like being.
I just like, because I kind of forgot what the end of the movie was. I'm like, oh yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't do that.
And then they didn't do that.
Okay,
and then you're
computer dogs.
disappointed.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
I
cool.
think they
That's cool
rushed
too.
the ending. Like the Barry scene, I remember it confusing so many people. Being like, what was that? And the people who had read the books kind of had to break it down for them of like, no, you see, they were gonna try and do the death,
Romeo and Juliet. Each other.
thing each other.
Well, Peeta's whole thing is he knew he was never going to beat the games. None of them were ever going to beat the games. Because there were these other characters that were in the books that weren't in the movies. Maybe they were in the later, but the Avoxes, the ones that had their tongues cut off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like the government does fuck
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
up. Like if
They
you
had
if
like
you rebel,
yeah, if you
they're
rebel,
like, no,
they would
no,
kill you or make you
that's
a,
what
a servant.
in the second one, the other girl, the
Yeah.
one that was next to Beta was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I don't know why you're talking about these movies we haven't
sorry.
seen, Garrick.
Sorry,
Okay, I'm
sorry. But he always wanted to take back the power from the Capitol, knowing that he would never win. And that's why he was down to die, because he was going to be able to take back the way that he died.
I want Peeta to be a villain.
I mean, he wouldn't
Well,
be
just
a,
wait till the third and fourth movies.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't even think
trust
he would
me.
be a villain though. I think he would just be like
Whoops.
like, hey man, I did what needed to be done
Yeah.
type of person, which is also very cool. I mean, just off of what you're pitching, which is amazing. It would be very cool to see him try to explain away that sometimes you need to kill people.
Sure.
And so I'm trying to explain away murder in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Katniss in the book, like she straight up like has to fucking murder people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we were robbed of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, you get another
There's like-
movie.
There was that really quick scene. This is the most disappointing part of it, is that there was just a really quick scene of her like freaking out and being like, "Oh my god!"
Oh,
I
and they
can't
take
believe
the
I did
sound
something."
away, right?
They took the
Yeah.
sound away, and you like get like the ears ringing and
But she
all that
be
stuff,
killing
but-
shit, man.
Yeah,
She's
she-
got a bow and arrow. She wasn't afraid to kill a deer. Like to me, I believed that she was that freaked out to kill something when it was down to like her survival and her family. She would kill bitches for her crew. You know
but
what I
killing
mean?
killing a human that's saying
I could
like
do it.
Katniss, don't do this I feel like it's pretty different.
You put me in that arena, I'm killing everyone and their mothers.
Okay, well, you have a cold heart.
Yeah, and you get me off my
and a
electric
cold
too.
Vagina.
And, yeah, bitches are dying in my presence.
Yeah,
Yo,
also-
that scene with the sponsors when they're not listening to her and then she shoots the apple.
Thank you.
And then she bows.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
for-
consideration.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking cold ass.
Yeah.
That was
Love
a
you.
sick scene.
She knows how
Yeah,
to
that was
get
a good
attention.
one. PETA comes out and he's all painted.
I know. It's just like, okay.
You fucking weirdo.
And then they're like, Peter Malark 4, I guess.
They're like,
Peter
Peter
Malark
Malark has
with,
a
"Is it
tree.
cake?"
Yeah.
It is literally like modern day would be recast
Yeah.
as Johnny Cakes.
Yes.
He'd be painting himself into the tree.
Dead.
I would love to watch Johnny Cakes in the Hunger Games. I don't want him to die, but God, he'd be fun.
Damn, I want cake. Can we
Y'all-
order cake for dinner?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's a great idea.
For
Okay.
dinner.
Y'all ready for some vagina facts? Sorry, fun facts.
Vagina
Yeah, nice.
facts.
Sure.
There was a swear jar on set
Oh, yeah.
because they were all little children.
Yep.
And according to the director, half of it was contributed by Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh.
Yeah, we know she a dirty
see
mouth
that.
pirate.
Yeah.
Swallywag.
My favorite game is always to think about who could have been cast. For PETA, we've got
Court Overstreet.
what is Cordover
He's
Street?
Fish Lips from Glee. And he's in the Lindsay Lohan movie.
Oh,
He's the love interest.
Wait, is his name Cordover Street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cord Overstreet. His last name is Overstreet.
Oh, I thought it
Why
was Cordover Street. And I'm like, that's
Cordova Street.
either way.
That's what you heard?
We-
That's what you heard me say? Vagina.
For PETA, we've got Mr. Evan Peters considered.
Now that is what I'm talking about.
He would have had to put on 100 pounds. Are you kidding me?
He
To
would have
throw
had
a
that I would have believed.
He would have had
throw a-
lifted some weight.
yeah, to
you
throw a
still
bag of
would
flour.
root for them to fuck.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Carry on. Pretty. Oh,
No way. It would have been the same performance.
goodbye.
It's just from a
I
taller
love
person.
Evan Peters. Sleepover Zone. Are you kidding
Evan
me?
Peter. I mean, Mayor of Easttown. Mayor of Easttown. His
loves Mayor of Easttown.
his drunk scene in Mayor of Easttown should be studied in schools, and it probably will be.
Dahmer.
Oh.
Insane.
So also considered for the role of Katniss Everdeen. Impossible
No
to
one.
Yeah.
imagine
Absolutely
Megan
nobody.
Fox.
anyone else.
Nobody can string a bow like that.
We've got, well, oh my God, wait, by the way, when she goes to shoot
And
her
it
bow and
touches
arrow,
her mouth.
and it touches her lips, I'm
I
like, that is
knew you were
not,
so hot.
that is
hard for
not how
that.
you shoot a bow and arrow. First of all, that would feel awful. And then when you, like,
Yeah.
it would catch your lip.
That's just her getting ready. You don't know anything about shooting a bow and arrow.
I was really good at it.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
Say prove it.
Shoot it right now.
Okay.
Shoot one right now. Where's your bow and arrow?
Also considered, we've got Emma Roberts.
No.
Instead, she was in the what's the movie we just watched with the Republicans
The
versus
Hunt.
Democrats? The Hunt.
Yeah.
No.
With a cornucopia.
Yeah, she sucks.
yeah.
There you go.
Hunger Games.
No.
She got her
Chloe
Hunger Games.
Grace Moretz.
No.
Hit girl.
No.
Yeah.
She
we
would
got
have
her
been
stuff.
so young.
She'd have
Yeah.
been adorable.
She would have
but
been so cute.
This
but
would that
so
would have been a
young.
children's movie.
even her.
I don't know if this is, these can't all be real because some of these people are too young. Haley Steinfeld, Oscar nominee. Haley Steinfeld. Put some
If
respect
she,
on that.
I mean, if she did it now,
Yeah.
it would make
Yeah.
sense.
It would make sense.
But only because we saw her in Hawkeye.
Yeah,
and she's
sure.
she's using the same weapon.
This one's crazy. Abigail Breslin.
Okay.
No.
Why? I
What the
think they're
fuck
all
is
the same
happening?
person.
Yeah.
Abigail Branson, Chloe, what's her name?
Grace Moretz.
Yeah.
Saoirse Ronan. No,
No.
doesn't work for me. Brie Larson
Yes, she can do anything.
that would have worked.
I would have been into Brie Larson.
Yeah.
And Shailene Woodley.
Yeah.
Gotta believe
Oh,
it.
yeah.
What? No,
that was
don't-
her
She was
heyday. Her
Divergent.
heyday. That was
Yeah.
her heyday. Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
Divergent.
She's
She was basically
could have done
Katniss.
it, but she ain't no.
I feel
Katniss.
like, I mean, just off of her trajectory after the fact, her not getting that role broke her.
Yeah, I
And
think.
she
Yeah.
was just so upset, and she was like, "I'll just do Divergent, I guess."
I'll do it
It's
if
just-
you
You know
Shailene
what?
is-
All these bitches were like the strong, independent, hot woman
yeah.
of like the books I was reading at the
Yeah,
time.
that's fair.
Yeah,
It makes a lot of
100%.
sense. It made me believe.
Yeah, that was all of the YA novels.
Yeah,
of that
like
era.
we were the
Yeah.
hot, like
Yeah.
Strong.
yeah, like rule breakers,
Yeah.
disruptors, but we always fucked the brooding, tall brunette guy in the corner who was like got grease on himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm imagining Shailene as Katniss, and she would run into the woods and be like, "You know, you can eat clay," and And then she
You could use this as a cleanser.
Who would you cast right now?
Ooh,
Someone
as
asked me
Katniss?
this in my Instagram earlier, and I was like, "Oh,
Ooh.
that's a good question."
As Katniss?
Yeah, I have one person in mind, but I want to hear your people.
Wait,
As
I'm like trying to think of
Katniss.
like young.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I got it. Zendaya.
Zendaya would be a good one. Zendaya would be a good one.
Today would be good. The girl from Prey, probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Miss Midthunder.
That's
Miss,
for real.
Yeah.
Amanda Midthunder.
Is it Amanda Midthunder?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think she'll be sick. Only because she's
done
already
it,
been
right?
in this
Yeah.
film.
I don't have a good answer.
I would do another Jack Quaid co-star of Jenna Ortega.
Ooh,
I think she would be. I mean, she's doing like mostly like Scream Queen movies right now,
Yeah.
but she is so good.
Who's that?
Jenny
She's
Ortega.
playing Wednesday Addams right now.
She's in the new
fuck
Scream.
yes.
Yeah, she
Oh,
was in the
she's
new
so
Scream.
good.
She's so good.
Oh, she's so good. Yeah,
That's a
she
good
would kill
answer.
that
Oh,
shit.
and
That's
she was
a
in
great
X movie.
Yeah.
That was the other one that she was
Yeah.
in. That was
She's
so
very
good.
She's great.
She's just like, I think she's gonna have an Oscar in
Yeah.
a couple years.
Yeah,
she's so
absolutely.
good.
Where was she from?
I like that answer. Now we have to decide, is this movie a pleasure, a guilty pleasure, or just plain guilty? It's time for you to decide. Tell people why they should watch it. I mean, I'll kick us out. It's a pleasure. It's a damn good blockbuster, and it's got the tooch.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
it's a good movie. It's a pleasure. Absolutely, it's
Yeah.
fun to watch. This year the franchise kind of peters.
Peters off?
Kind of
Peters
peters
off.
off.
Peters off.
It peters off in the last two movies, but the first two movies are some of the best, like YA, early aughts action,
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean,
political movie. It's just so good. They're so good.
That's a good point. It brought like politics into my viewpoint.
Yeah.
It really did like the revolution. I think it's obviously a pleasure, and it's one of my favorite book adaptation, like that did it, I think, enough justice to where I felt
Wow.
like if you saw the movies, you would love the books, but you didn't need to see, or you didn't
Wow.
need to read the books to
best
necessarily understand.
book
Yeah.
to film. Suck It, To Kill a Mockingbird.
yeah. To Kill a Mockingbird, not even close. But what is
Smith?
close and probably better, Scott Pilgrim versus
Never read it.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Is it
Graphic
versus the
novel.
world?
Versus the world.
Yeah, graphic novel. But I do think this is a pleasure for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that cornucopia scene is insanely tense. I love like the use of music in the whole thing and the use of colors and all of that good stuff. It's fantastic.
Damn good film. We have a new segment since the last time you came, Becky. It's called My Pleasure. And basically it's something else in media, any sort of media that you are enjoying right now.
Podcast, book.
Oh.
So we can
News
give you a
story.
second to
Yeah.
think about that. 'cause
No,
I did not warn you.
I got it. It's
You wanna
what's
go?
been not confounding, but taking up all of mine and Keith's brain space. It's what Garrick and I were talking about. F1. We really got into the TV show, and Rachel told us to do it.
Yes,
Quasi told us
sir.
to do it.
Welcome to the club, baby.
And then,
Oh my
this
God.
last weekend, we watched the San Paulo race.
Yeah.
We recorded it and
Isn't
then
it
watched
fun?
it.
Of
Because you
course.
can like leave it on and do something for a minute
You
and
don't
like
have
come
to
back.
watch it. You
It's
get
an
to
all
sit
day
back
affair.
around. It's an
I
all
would
day.
invite all my friends over, hang out by the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a pool.
Yeah, we were talking about, it'd be fun to go to like a bar, the way that people watch like football games.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to go to a bar and
The only
watch.
thing that sucks about
F1.
that is that nobody has like an F1 bar. Like you're
Let's
not
make one.
watching it. You're
You got
usually
money now.
on like one.
Let's
of
make
this-
it, and all of the tables are like
Yeah.
little race cars.
Yeah, and they have little
That'd be great.
steering
Vroom,
wheels.
vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're listening to this and you're like, I'm not into racing. I don't want to do that. Becky, Garrick,
Yeah.
Kelsey, me, we are all different people. And we're
Yes.
telling you, like, the show
is
on Netflix
It's
does
a
such
great
a good
fantastic.
job
Yeah.
of getting you into it. So even
Yeah.
if you
It's
think like that's
the
not for you,
access.
Yeah,
it is.
it's
is
such a
incredible.
good character study also
Yeah.
on like competition, honestly.
NASCAR sucks. This is so
And,
different.
and like
Yeah.
It's not
corruption
No.
and like
Corrupt.
money
Yeah.
and status. Like it's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the best answer. Becky wins. What are you checking out?
I've been playing God of War Ragnarok. It is a very good. I call it I don't call it. People call it the dad simulator because essentially you are the Greek god of war. And he left Greek mythology. He is now in Norse mythology. And in the first game, he was raising his son boy, and his son boy has now become a young boy or a young adult boy. And it's fantastic. It's so good.
What is it? A show?
It's a game.
No, it's
Video game.
I don't know what that is.
I've actually played and won God of War in college. I sprained my ankle,
There
and
it
my
is.
roommate had it, and I was like, I guess I'll play this.
It's fantastic.
It was a very, very fun and like easy to learn.
Yeah.
The
and
controls
he's-
are not that hard.
right, and he's not a
You
rage
play that on
monster.
GameCube or?
Yes.
My pleasure. I've been watching a lot of docs lately. And there's a lot of bad docs out there, and a lot of doc series that should have just been movies. The mandates, they love to drag shit out now, so everyone wanted to make it a series. And the only ones that really get me are like true crime or something like really like an expose. But this one got me for many reasons. If you are not watching the Bling Ring docuseries, The Truth Behind the Bling Ring, we know Sofia Coppola made the scripted version. This is such, oh my gosh, such a magnifying glass on the 2000s, the Paris Hilton, the Britney Spears, the Lohan era. They do graphics beautifully. You will feel like you are back into like your top 8 MySpace moments. The music is so fantastic. The actual like arc of these characters who you hate because they were children who just wanted to be rich and famous they've clearly gone to so much therapy where they have beautiful insights on social media and like celebrity culture. It does such a good job of being like, I felt like I was on drugs back then with how
sick.
much I loved like celeb culture and being famous for being famous and Perez Hilton. And they do this so beautifully. And I won't spoil the ending, and it has nothing to do with the actual case itself. But the ending of the doc was one of the best reveals I've seen. I'm not talking like Jinx level reveals, but it was such a good moment that I went, holy shit. It was like a hat on a hat, like a meta moment, and I really fucked with it. So it's, I think 4 or 5 episodes. Watch it. Really well done. Very,
What's it called?
I think it's like the Bling. I think it's just called the Bling Ring. The real
like
story.
I think it's like the Bling. We've watched the first like 2 or 3
Yeah,
episodes.
it's Alexis Nyers on screen.
And
On
to round
Netflix.
us out,
Yeah.
I'm going to actually our first influencer plug. There's an Instagram account that I really love. At Stanley Tucci. It is just a delight of a follow. You're going to get yourself Tooch in the feed. Inject some Tooch into your veins, guys. We've got another episode of Tucci Month coming up next
is
week.
it, Zach?
We're doing Julie and Julia.
You don't say.
Going back for a little double dose of Meryl Streep.
Wow.
Becky, thank you so much for joining. Where can the people find you? What are you up to?
I'm at BexMex2
Nice.
on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Ooh, you got a good TikTok.
Got a pretty good
You're a fun TikTok
going.
follow.
Got a pretty good TikTok going. that
Becky
is-
says the things that sometimes we can't.
Just a reminder, I'm just a freelancer here. I don't work here,
There's no stake literally in the company.
sorry about that.
Don't
be. Yeah, listen to You Can Sit With Us.
Dang, I was hoping you were going to forget.
Shits.
Listen,
Shit.
I mean, you subscribe to Guilty Pleasure.
There it is. Rainie, cut that out. Put it on the socials.
Yeah, that's the only thing
Subscribe
that
to
you
Guilty
should hear.
Thank you.
I did call my parents to tell them how to subscribe to all the different channels
Oh,
because they
yay.
were
Fuck.
very
I'm going to be
nervous.
in trouble. I was supposed to start the episode with a Kim shout out. Becky's mom watches all of the tripods and watches.
This week they learned about cock rings.
Well,
Well, it was better than when I had to hear my mom telling my dad about eating ass.
Yeah.
I taught her
Kelsey
dad how to
talked
eat
about it.
ass.
Yeah.
I'm not
hopefully
going
there
to
was
say that
no
you taught
paints
anyone
in it.
anything.
I'm proud of that.
I'm at Cornday and all things.
Kelsey Darragh at all the things.
I'm at Garrick Bernard on all the things.
And until next time, Stanley Tucci.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
May the Tucci be in your favor.
Tucci,